Luna stood on the hilltop. The wind whispered around her. Above, the night sky glittered. It was a tapestry of stars, more brilliant than she had ever seen. The air was cool and crisp. It carried the scent of wildflowers and distant rain. Luna took a deep breath, savoring the moment. She adjusted the strap of her bag. It contained everything she needed for her journey. In her hand, she held an ancient map. This was no ordinary map. This map shimmered with stardust and held the secrets of the fallen stars. With a deep breath, Luna began to study it. The map was a thing of beauty. It wasn't just any ordinary map. It was a masterpiece, a work of art that seemed to be alive. The map glowed softly, as if it held the secrets of the universe within its delicate lines and intricate designs. It was a map that promised adventure and whispered tales of forgotten realms and hidden treasures. The very sight of it could captivate anyone who laid eyes on it, drawing them into its mysterious allure. It was crafted from shimmering stardust and woven with threads of silver. Each thread seemed to pulse with a life of its own, intertwining to create a tapestry of celestial beauty. The stardust sparkled like tiny diamonds scattered across the night sky, while the silver threads glistened like moonlight on a calm sea. Together, they formed a map that was both ethereal and enchanting, a guide to the wonders of the cosmos. Luna traced the delicate lines with her fingers. She could feel a faint warmth emanating from the map, as if it recognized her touch. Each line she traced seemed to tell a story, a journey that had been taken by countless adventurers before her. The map was a living record of their travels, a testament to their courage and determination. As she followed the lines, she felt a connection to those who had come before her, a sense of kinship with the explorers of the past. Each line on the map represented a trail of falling stars. These trails were not random, they were carefully plotted paths that led to places of great significance. The falling stars were like celestial breadcrumbs, guiding the way to hidden realms and forgotten treasures. Each trail held the promise of discovery, the thrill of the unknown. Luna knew that following these trails would lead her to places beyond her wildest dreams. Each trail glowed with a different color. The colors were not just for show, they held meaning, a code that only the worthy could decipher. Emerald green, ruby red, sapphire blue. Each color represented a different type of journey, a different kind of challenge. The green trails led to places of natural beauty, lush forests and verdant valleys. The red trails were paths of danger, leading to treacherous mountains and fiery caverns. The blue trails were routes of mystery, winding through ancient ruins and forgotten cities. Emerald green, ruby red, sapphire blue. The colors pulsed faintly against the dark background. They seemed to call out to Luna, beckoning her to choose a path and embark on an adventure. The map was not just a guide, it was a challenge, a test of her courage and resolve. Luna felt a thrill of excitement as she contemplated the possibilities. Each color, each trail, was a promise of something extraordinary, something that would change her life forever. Luna's gaze followed a trail of shimmering gold. This trail was different from the others. It seemed to glow with an inner light, a radiance that set it apart. The gold trail was a path of destiny, a route that led to something truly special. Luna felt a sense of purpose as she looked at it, a feeling that this was the path she was meant to follow. The gold trail was her calling, her destiny. It seemed brighter than the others, more urgent. The gold trail pulsed with a sense of urgency, as if it was calling out to her, urging her to follow it without delay. Luna knew that this was not a path to be taken lightly. It was a journey that would test her in ways she could not yet imagine. But she also knew that it was a journey she had to take, a path she was destined to follow. This was the path she was meant to follow. Luna felt a sense of determination as she made her decision. She knew that the journey ahead would be challenging, but she was ready. The map had chosen her, and she would not let it down. She would follow the gold trail no matter where it led, and discover the secrets it held. This was her destiny, and she would embrace it with all her heart. She knew in her heart that these were not just lines on a map. They were paths to adventure, paths to lost wonders. Each line, each trail, was a promise of something extraordinary. Luna felt a sense of excitement and anticipation as she looked at the map. She knew that her journey was just beginning, and that the map would guide her to places beyond her wildest dreams. They were paths to adventure, paths to lost wonders. The map was a gateway to a world of possibilities, a guide to the unknown. Luna felt a sense of wonder as she looked at it, a feeling that she was about to embark on the greatest adventure of her life. The map was her guide, her companion, and she would follow it to the ends of the earth. And she was chosen to follow them. Luna felt a sense of pride and responsibility as she looked at the map. She knew that she was part of something greater, a legacy of explorers and adventurers who had come before her. The map was her guide, her destiny, and she would follow it with all her heart. The journey ahead was uncertain, but Luna was ready. She would follow the map, discover its secrets, and embrace the adventure that awaited her. As Luna studied the map, she noticed tiny lights dancing around her. They were small, floating orbs, each with a tiny, expressive face. These were the star spirits. They were guardians of the fallen stars, keepers of their stories. They zipped and zoomed around Luna, their tiny voices like whispers on the wind. "Lost," one whispered. "Fallen," murmured another. "Help us," pleaded a third. Luna listened intently. Each spirit carried a fragment of a star's story, a plea for help. Their whispers filled her heart with both sorrow and determination. As Luna listened to the star spirits, she noticed the constellations shifting above. They were coming alive, their forms twisting and turning in the night sky. Ursa Major lumbered across the heavens, its tail a glittering stream of stars. Leo the lion roared, a mane of golden stars shaking fiercely. The constellations seemed to dance around Luna, their movements both beautiful and a little bit frightening. They were ancient beings, full of power and mystery. Luna knew that the constellations held clues to the location of the fallen stars. She just had to decipher their silent language. In the distance, nestled between two hills, Luna spotted a soft glow. It emanated from a building shaped like a crescent moon. This was the magical observatory. The observatory was said to be a place of immense knowledge. It housed ancient telescopes and star charts, tools that could help Luna on her quest. Luna knew she would need to visit the observatory. The astronomers there could guide her, could help her understand the map and the whispers of the star spirits. But first, she had to follow the golden trail. The stars were calling. Section 6. A Cloak of Stars. Luna adjusted the cloak that hung loosely around her shoulders. The fabric felt cool against her skin, a comforting reminder of the nights she spent stargazing with her grandmother. Each time she wore it, she felt a connection to the cosmos, as if the stars themselves were watching over her. It was a gift from her grandmother, a renowned astronomer. Her grandmother had spent countless nights mapping the stars, and she had always shared her knowledge and passion with Luna. The cloak was more than just a garment. It was a symbol of their bond and the wisdom passed down through generations. The cloak was a deep indigo, almost black, and it was embroidered with intricate star patterns. Each star was meticulously stitched, representing different constellations and celestial bodies. The craftsmanship was exquisite, and Luna often found herself tracing the patterns with her fingers, lost in thought. Each stitch held her grandmother's love and wisdom. The cloak was a tangible reminder of the stories and lessons her grandmother had shared. Luna could almost hear her grandmother's voice, recounting tales of distant galaxies and the mysteries of the universe. As Luna moved, the stars on her cloak seemed to shimmer and shift as if mirroring the movements of the real stars above. It was as if the cloak was alive, responding to her every motion. The effect was mesmerizing, and it made Luna feel like she was part of the night sky. It was a magical garment, imbued with the power of the cosmos. Her grandmother had always believed that the stars held a special kind of magic, and she had woven that belief into the very fabric of the cloak. Luna could feel the energy coursing through it, a reminder of the vastness and wonder of the universe. Luna touched a silver star stitched near her heart. This star was different from the others. It seemed to glow with a soft inner light. Her grandmother had told her that this star represented her own unique place in the universe, a beacon of her potential and purpose. It seemed to pulse gently, reminding her of her purpose. Luna took a deep breath, feeling a sense of calm and determination wash over her. She knew that with the cloak around her, she could face any challenge. The stars had always guided her, and now with her grandmother's gift, she felt their guidance more strongly than ever. Section 7. A Heart Full of Wonder. Luna looked up at the swirling night sky, her heart filled with a sense of wonder and determination. She had never felt so small, yet so connected to something vast and ancient. The whispers of the star spirits, the movements of the constellations, the glow of the observatory in the distance. It was all part of a grand celestial dance. And Luna had a role to play. She knew her journey would be long and challenging. But she was ready. Section 8. The journey begins. Taking a deep breath, Luna turned towards the golden trail on her map. The path shimmered invitingly. It beckoned her forward. With a final glance at the brilliant sky above, Luna took a step forward. The wind whipped around her cloak, carrying the whispers of the star spirits and the distant music of the constellations. Her journey had begun. Section 9. To return the fallen stars. Luna's quest was a noble one. She was not just any ordinary girl. She was chosen by the celestial beings themselves. Her heart was pure and her spirit was unyielding. From a young age, she had always felt a deep connection to the stars, often spending nights gazing at the sky, feeling as if they were speaking to her. Each fallen star represented a piece of the night sky, a fragment of wonder and magic. These stars were not just mere celestial bodies. They were the very essence of dreams and hopes. They held stories of ancient times, of heroes and legends, of love and loss, a fragment of wonder and magic. The stars had always been a source of inspiration for poets, artists, and dreamers. They were the silent witnesses to countless tales and the guiding lights for many lost souls. It was her destiny to find them and return them to their rightful place. Luna understood the gravity of her mission. She knew that the balance of the world depended on the stars being in their rightful place. Without them, the world would plunge into darkness, and the dreams of many would be lost forever. She knew that the stars held power. They illuminated the darkness, guided travelers, and inspired dreamers. The stars were the beacons of hope, the symbols of endless possibilities. They had the power to ignite the imagination and to light the path for those who wandered in the dark. To lose them would be to lose a part of themselves. The night sky, once a canvas of dreams, would become a void of despair. The world would lose its guiding lights, and the hearts of many would be shrouded in darkness. With each step, Luna felt a surge of determination. She was driven by a sense of purpose, a calling that resonated deep within her soul. The journey was fraught with challenges, but she was undeterred. She knew that every step brought her closer to restoring the night sky. She would not rest until the night sky was whole again, until every fallen star was returned to its rightful place. The night sky was a tapestry of dreams, and she was the weaver destined to mend it. Until the stars shone brightly for all to see. The brilliance of the stars would once again inspire songs, stories, and dreams. The world would be bathed in their ethereal glow, and the night would be a time of wonder once more. Her adventure had just begun. Luna's journey was not just about returning the stars. It was about discovering herself, understanding her place in the universe, and realizing the true power of dreams and determination.